Hello, boys and girls. How are you?
So, hello everyone. We are here today at Rock and Roll Ribs, and we have the pleasure to talk to the man himself, Nicko McBrain.
Thank you very much.
How
Lovely
are
to
you?
be Yeah, I'm good, mate. Yeah. Mixed emotions, obviously. Making the decision to step back from touring has been. It was easy at the time, going through towards the end of the tour. I kind of made my mind up through when we got to North America
Okay.
and talked to the boys about it, mainly Steve and then the management. And everybody went, okay, that's what you want to do. And, we understand, having my handicap since my stroke and
Yeah.
stuff like that. So having said that, I get up some days and I'm like, I'm going to miss the next tour and I'm not going to be able to go out on the road. It was an easy decision, but I wish I could still play with the guys. I wish I had my full fitness, but
Was it like a rough tour to do overall? Obviously, you
it,
had to go through a lot to even play, and then
yeah.
like.
It was this one. We kept the kind of same schedule, like gig, travel day, gig, travel day, gig, 2 days off or a day off, travel day, that sort of thing. And it just got to me.
And obviously, every musician is a perfectionist. So if you cannot play like some certain parts, I guess that's also something that sort of like bothers you in a way.
Oh yeah, it was good the year before last in 23. Then I had that kind of once a year off, and it was still good, but I felt that I wasn't giving it 100. I couldn't give it 100%.
Yeah.
Certainly on Trooper and other songs, and we made do. We got through it okay, but that I felt that I was not being able to drive the band like I wanted to, although I was getting a lot. So I had a personal trainer out on the road towards the end of the North American tour.
But still, if you are like playing and playing and playing, you don't really have time to even
No.
practice because you need to have like rest days as well.
Yeah. Well, we didn't have any rest days.
Yeah.
If we did 2 shows in a row, we'd have a travel day and then a full day off, and then the next day and the third day would be.
But that's still quite exhausting if you still have to like have an extra trainer to sort of extra work.
Yeah, it was working out nice for me. I mean, I was enjoying getting that physical side of training. I wasn't doing so much weight. It was a lot of kind of yoga stretches, a lot of things like that, trying to get my mental agility back.
Yeah.
With coordinating. There were a lot of things that we did together to improve the synapses in the brain to get working again, and it was coming on nice, but it was just a struggle for me. And I thought, at my age, I'm going to step back and let somebody else take the reins.
But was it like a rough tour to play through because of
No,
that?
not at all. No, it would just from the point when you get used to being able to do something for like 50 years of your career, and then God, gave me a stroke, but I'm still here. I'm still standing 2 years later.
I must hats off that you even played the tour because most of the people wouldn't be able to do that. So
not at all. But I was very fortunate in the fact that I had great therapists that that helped me through this in the beginning.
Yeah.
I basically felt that the feeling I had was I was frustrated because I know I could do stuff, but I couldn't actually do it physically. Or mentally. I mean, because there's a lot of mental stuff going on.
So you said that in North America you made the decision that this will be it. So was there like some certain point, or was that sort of like slowly growing on you?
It was something that I had thought of the year before in 23.
Yes.
I was thinking after the end of that tour, I was going, well, am I, should I announce it to the band then? But I thought, no, I'll get through the Future Past tour and then we'll see. And let's get that one out of the way first. And as we got to the North American tour, I thought, it's time to hang it up, Nick.
But being in this band for 42 years.
Oh yeah, yeah. It wasn't an easy decision by any means, but you know, it was the best one. It was the best decision at the end of the day. And admittedly, you know, I get good days and bad days, and the bad days are when I feel, oh, you know, I'm not going to be out on those stages anymore, looking at these wonderful fans of ours for all these years, you know. But at the end of the day, that's why I'm not doing it. That's not why I'm doing it, actually. I'm not doing it because it was just too much for me.
So a little bit about the future. We are doing interview here, which is your restaurant,
Yeah.
Rock and Roll Ribs.
Yes.
Then you obviously have Drum One, your drum.
I do, yes.
And then you have Titanium Tart that you are doing also some shows. So
Yeah.
what does the future hold?
Obviously, it'll give me more time to spend here
Yeah.
and do events like this and meet fans. And we were, a few years back, we would impromptu do impromptu jams in here.
Okay.
You know, I haven't actually used this drum set behind me yet. And so, you know, like we'll go, like Mitch, my partner, and I go, you fancy a jam tonight? Let's call the boys up. We've got to get the PA working again because it's because of the fat fumes and the way that
Yeah.
a barbecue restaurant works. You
Yeah.
get all this, you know, look at this, you get this stuff.
Yeah.
This film.
They get
Well, it
people
gets into the
sticky.
electronics. And so once we get the PA up, so we'll probably do that maybe once every month or two, you know, we'll get some live music in here, like impromptuly, you know, so that it gives me a chance to really work on getting more of a profile back into the restaurant. As you said, Drum One, that's my music store back in England. I've also got a British drum company that I can possibly put. You know, there's some new design stuff that I've been asked to work on for some of the hardware.
Okay.
So that'll take up a nice bit of time. But primarily, it gives me time to be with my family, get back into my family life. Yeah, and then Titanium Tart. That will be the primary focus for playing. Maybe I might do a little other project, which would be going back into my musical roots, which was like back in the 70s when I was playing with a band called Streetwalkers. Very funky, soul-y, hard rock
Oh, nice.
kind of band. You know, I can put the analogy of they're like a milder chili peppers.
Yeah.
That kind of vibe, that funky, like, you know,
Yeah,
flea
yeah,
and just the groove of that band. That's the sort of thing I grew up with. So you know, lots to do, lots of, you know, I'm semi-retired.
Yeah,
I'm
but
not
you will
actually
still
fully-
keep yourself busy.
I've got to keep my hand in. So you know, lots more practice and you know, getting myself not losing my dexterity that I have at the minute. So it gives me
So
a
you'll
chance.
keep on playing.
Oh yeah.
Before we wrap things up, as a last question, I obviously read when Bruce Dickinson did an autobiography, and it was super good book.
Oh yeah.
So what about you doing one about your life? Here would be at least one reader who would read it like immediately.
Yeah, we're on the cusp of that. Yeah, it's been talked about. Yeah, we'll watch this space.
Thanks a lot for doing this.
Thank
with
you
us.
so much. And,
Anything you want to say to the fans?
well, yes, you guys around the world. I know this is you guys up there in Europe, in Finland, primarily. Thank you so very much for your love and your dedication to this band as fans, dedication to this band and to me as a friend. And I thank you very much for all the love that you poured out over the internet when I left the band, the announcement. But prior to that, you guys are just amazing. So thank you from the bottom of my heart. God bless each and every one of you. I hope you stay safe and well, and looking forward to seeing you with some other kind of project along the way. God bless you. Take care. All the best.
Thank you, Nicko.
My pleasure, mate.